Now in this video we will see the next problem. A bullet is moving at the rate of 250 meters per second. Okay, is fired into a log of wood. Bullet, when we are saying bullet, it is a gun. Okay, the bullet that comes from the gun. Okay, a bullet moving at the rate of 250 meters per second is fired into a log of wood. The bullet penetrates to a depth of 40 centimeter. Okay, if the bullet moving with the same velocity is fired into a similar piece of wood 20 centimeter thick, with what velocity would it emerge? Okay, take the resistance as uniform in both the cases. The given two scenarios, and we will see one by one, okay, with a diagram for a better understanding. Now this is the first scenario. First scenario is the bullet, once the gun is fired, the bullet comes out of the gun and that travels for 40 centimeter and stops. It is fired from here into a log of wood. Okay, it is very thick. Okay, it is a very thick log of wood. Now it is fired here. Now the bullet comes from here. Okay, the bullet comes from here, it goes inside and it gets stuck here. The distance traveled inside the wood is 40 centimeter and it stops here, and it stops at this place. Now the question that is asked is when the bullet is fired into a log of wood which is 20 centimeter in thickness. Okay, 20 centimeter in thickness, the bullet passes through this log of wood. Okay, and then it comes out. Okay, now a bullet is fired at 250 meters per second. It passes through the log of wood and then it comes out. Okay, so once when it comes out of the log of wood, naturally it is understandable that the velocity of this bullet would be reduced because it comes out after a great resistance. Okay, so naturally its velocity will be slightly lower after this log of wood. So the question is, what is the velocity of the bullet after it comes out of the wood? This is the question. Now we know u is equal to 250 meters per second. Now v is equal to, that is to be found, okay, velocity with which the object is moving, and s is equal to 20 centimeter. S is the log of wood. Okay, log of wood is 20 centimeter. It passes through 20 centimeter. Since the wood is same, okay, in both the cases, the acceleration and retardation will be same. So acceleration we have to find out. Okay, v square is equal to u square plus 2as is the formula which we are going to use. Now we know that u is equal to that is the velocity, that is the initial velocity with which the bullet is coming is 250 meters per second, and the v is the velocity to be found out, v square is to be found out, and distance traveled is 20 meter. Okay, sorry, 0.2 meter. Now we know all this except acceleration. In order to find acceleration, we are using this formula. We are using this. Okay, previous situation, we are using the previous distance moved by the bullet and when it gets stuck inside. Okay, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now we have to find the acceleration. Okay, acceleration here. Now v square minus u square is equal to as. A is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2s. Now v square is equal to 0 square minus 250 square. So we know that v square is the final velocity. In this situation, the velocity becomes 0 once it gets struck at the 40 centimeters. So final velocity is 0. The initial velocity with which the bullet is traveling is 250 meters per second. So we are putting 250 square. S is the 0.4 or 40 centimeter. 40 centimeter is written as 0.4 meter. Okay, we are putting it as 0.4 meter because 250 here we are getting 250 meters per second is in meter. Okay, here we have the velocity in meters per second. That is the reason we are trying to convert this 40 centimeter into meter, because in the numerator denominator we should have the same type of units. We should not have different units. Okay, so finally we get acceleration is equal to minus 78125 meters per second square. Okay, so once it passes through the wood, naturally the velocity the acceleration becomes retardation. Okay, that's why it comes to rest. Now using this value we apply here, and finally we get the velocity is 176.77 meters per second. The velocity of the bullet coming out of the wood 20 centimeter thickness is reduced from 250 meters per second to 176.77 meters per second. Okay, now I hope you would have understood this, friends. Okay, those who have some doubts or clarifications, kindly write it in the comment section. I will be happy to clarify. Thank you, friends. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.